All right, today we're going to go over how to write a body paragraph. And one thing that you need, two things, I guess, you need to have handy is your claim and then your research that you've done on your topic. So here is my claim. My claim is, and I've highlighted my statement in pink and my two reasons, my first reason in blue and my second reason in green. Call-out culture should be used instead of cancel culture because it still gives people a voice to people who might be wronged, and it also gives people a chance to learn from their mistakes. So that is my claim. It's a statement and two reasons. To start off, make sure you are following our body paragraph guide. First, you're going to do your statement and one of your reasons. So for me, I'm going to do my statement, which is the pink one, and then the blue one is my first reason. So I'm going to have that as my first sentence in my body paragraph. So you can see it's the exact same sentence. Call-out culture is a better alternative to cancel culture because people who may have been wrong can still have their voices heard. And then that's a period right there. I'm going to save my second reason for my second body paragraph. So it says call-out culture should be used instead of cancel culture because it gives people a chance to learn from their mistakes, which you can see is my second reason. So you've already written your first sentence for your body paragraphs. The next thing you're going to do is elaborate on your statement and your reason. So tell me more about it. Here's my example one. I'm going to read you my statement, reason, and elaboration. Call-out culture is a better alternative to cancel culture because people who may have been wronged can still make their voices heard. This means that if someone has said or done something wrong, they can still be called out over it and given the opportunity to make it right. Go ahead and write an elaboration. Remember the 4 different types of elaboration that we talked about in class, and try and use one of those as you elaborate on your statement and your reason. Okay, next, you need to give an example. Notice in my paragraph, my examples are highlighted in green. So you will also want to highlight your examples in green so that you can really see whether you have example, elaboration. Elaborations are going to be highlighted in orange. So I was actually missing one. My reason is highlighted in blue. Elaborations are highlighted in orange. Examples in green. And that's it. So when I'm looking at your essay, I am going to be looking to see if you recognize whether you recognize what an example is and what an elaboration is. So highlight elaborations in orange and highlight examples in green. Here's my example. For example, according to Olivia Goldhill, Quartz Science reporter, please make sure that you include an author tag in every single example. Cancel culture gave many women and some men the opportunity to call out abusers, with me too. This shows that not all of cancel culture is bad and can allow people to let their voices be heard when they may have not been before. So you can see I elaborated on this example. I used elaboration method number 2, where I explain how my example supports my statement and my reason. Go ahead and use your research notes to write an example with an author tag and then also elaborate on it using one of these elaboration methods. Okay, then you are going to do the exact same thing one more time. Remember, you do need to have author tags, and you need to have a minimum of 3 different author tags in your essay. Each body paragraph must also have an author tag, otherwise you will lose points. Here's my second example in elaboration. According to Lisa McNamara, PhD, professor, and director of the Digital Studies Institute at the University of Michigan, socially irredeemable things are said on platforms all the time, but cancellation provides a culture of accountability which is not centralized and is haphazard, but needed to come into being. This shows that cancel culture is helpful in making people more aware of what they're saying, but call-out culture is better because it holds people accountable while still giving people the opportunity to apologize and learn from their mistakes. Once again, I just used elaboration method number 2, but feel free to use whichever type of elaboration method fits best for your paragraph for that specific elaboration. Now you should have, let's go through your paragraph, your statement and the reason. The reason should be highlighted in blue. So make sure you have your statement and your reason from your claim. Then you're going to elaborate and you're going to highlight that in orange. Example 1, with an author tag, please double check right now that you have an author tag. Elaborate, which will be highlighted in orange. Example number 2, with an author tag, double check that you have that second author tag. You will lose points if you do not have a second author tag, or if you don't have the author tag with an example. And finally, your last elaboration. So it should look like this when you are done with the orange on the bottom. So it should go blue, orange, green, orange, green, orange. Then you can work on your second paragraph. This looks very similar. You can see I have my statement and my second reason right here, and then elaboration, example with author tag, elaboration, example with author tag, and elaboration. Go ahead and work on those. Please make sure to frequently refer back to the sentence guide to make sure you're including everything that you should.